We are in the energies of the total solar eclipse in Sagittarius. And this is also a follow up from the last lunar eclipse that we just had a couple weeks ago. A total solar eclipse in Sagittarius has a lot to do with finding different balance points in our lives. But there's different elements, both collectively and personally, that are either going through some kind of release or some kind of renewal. And energetically, this has a lot to do with how the earth is naturally taking in these cosmic energies, because we forget that we are part of the earth. And so what's happening with us energetically and how we experience that, it's all really originating from the planet we live on.
What I have been noticing is that there's lots of big changes. Big changes are coming, are here. When there's an eclipse, that's like a change. That's like a zing type thing, isn't it? Where the energy goes woo, and then hopefully it comes back together again. We don't want it to not come back together again. That's important. The old is over, and the new is coming in. It's a big shift.
I really like what you said too about how the energy does that little zing and it kind of comes out, and we need to find the ways to bring it back together. This ties really nicely into these eclipse energies, because this is a time when the energies are heightened and we have to find the way to integrate them. Because if we just let them float and fly and shoot out, there's no grounding that's happening, so there's no tangible effect that these energies can have in our third dimension if we don't integrate them properly.
Yes, and the grounding is really, really, really important, because this isn't about the humans. This is about planet Earth. Planet Earth is going through a major transition. And she has been building up to this for a long time. And now it's coming in. And we don't know what's going to happen. But some of us can feel it. People are feeling that something is different in a way they've never felt it before. And that higher part isn't just on the physical plane, because what's happening is that we're getting these higher parts like the Palladians and the Antareans and the Venusians. These are all beings that are much like us, but we resonate to the third and fourth dimension. But these other beings, they resonate to the fifth dimension. And so their reality is a whole octave above the reality of the people on Earth, except for the people on Earth that have and are and will soon awaken. To have that power within, which to me, my expression of it is that when I very first started all of this in the early 1980s, that's when the Arcturians started talking to me. But before that, when I was a kid and went to church all the time, Jesus would talk to me. So I thought, well, that's what I learned in nursery school, school or the church or wherever I learned it. But then this other stuff comes in that's brand new, like a starship. But as soon as I heard the word, it's like, yes, a starship. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. It's been a long time now, and more people, and instead of thinking, oh, I'm crazy, oh, that's crazy, maybe they don't tell anyone, but they're thinking that something is different. And then at the same time, I think people are waking up more now to how we are so privileged to have this wonderful planet, and with the underlining of, from Gaia, yes, guys, you need to take better care of me because I'm getting sick. And also, a big part of that inner wisdom is that Earth isn't the only planet. And the other part is planets are living beings, just like we're a living being. And so what's happening now is that it's time for people to wake up. I got a message from the Arcturian that within my lifetime, which isn't that much longer because I'm not a young person, that something really big is going to happen. And they said it better than that, but I don't remember. Bringing in the new is something that can be quite frightening because we don't know what the new is. We, the Arcturians, say to all of you that knowing that, yes, there's things happening outside of you, but that is just what is allowing this new to happen inside of you. Humans take responsibility for that which they have allowed to enter into their thoughts and enter into their emotions. And they can call up to the higher dimensional beings. And your fifth dimensional beings are the ones that are galactics. This is the beginning of the ending of the old and the beginning of the becoming of the new.